live?
I don't know.
I think it's live.
The video's not live yet, so you have to go make it go. Oh, it says live now, but I don't see it
is
on
live
YouTube.
now. Right. Okay. Hello, everyone. Exeter Rider. Thanks for coming along to another show. Just trying to navigate my way around this EV-MUX software. Looks like Captain Clumsy there is headering a football, but we'll say
there's a
hello
bit,
to him in a
bit
minute.
of a time delay going on, so it's a bit disconcerting as I'm looking at it on my computer as well simultaneously.
That's all right. Yeah, I think there is a 5-second time delay. So thanks for coming along, everybody. Let's see who we have in the comments. Blake, hello. Dave, time to go. We'll see you at 8 o'clock when you start your live show. Todge29, hello. Nige. Andy GSA Tractor, hello. Hello. GB Patriot, Stefan, hello. Welcome to the show, everybody, where we are talking about EICMA and also Motorcycle Live. And I've got my two friends with me today, Noobiker. Hello, Noob. What was EICMA like? You have a good time?
EICMA was mad, mental, massive show. I had a great time, really enjoyed it. My first time in Milan, I really enjoyed seeing that as well, and all the stuff surrounding it. Quite exhausting, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Glad I made it.
Good news. And also we have Cornish Motorcycle Diary on the top right there, and you've been to MCL today, and Motorcycle Live.
I have indeed, and that was noisy, confusing, and chaotic in equal measures.
That's really making people want to go in the future.
Well, I tell you what,
that's why I don't go.
Yeah, and I think you're right, because the sheer volume of noise after a while, it just kind of acts like a mental blanket around your head, and you can't think straight at all after a while.
So, I had the same thing. I had the same thing, Andy. My first day in Milan, middle of the afternoon, I was feeling like this is too much, because I don't like people at the best of times, and it was just so crowded. And then I couldn't find. I was searching. They have loads of food stands, a lot of places selling beer and Aperol Spritz and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, Aperol Spritz.
What I couldn't find was a place selling coffee. But then I found the place selling coffee. And I got to say, I think I paid less for the coffee, and it was better than the one that you had in Birmingham.
Well, to add to that, I last night I had a pint of cider in a really good local pub, really bustling, busy local pub, and it was £1 cheaper than the coffee. So now alcohol is cheaper than coffee. So take my advice: just stick to drinking alcohol and stuff the coffee.
Yeah,
support your local cider brewers. That's what it's all about. Is just making a sacrifice. Somebody's got to.
Yes.
Yeah. Cider and pasty. What more do you want, eh? In Cornwall.
Not me, unfortunately. I can't eat pasties. Well, I can if they're gluten free.
Have you been to MCL before, Andy? Is it
your
first time? Or?
No, loads of times, really. I was there last year as well, various other years. I mean, what tends to happen is that you get everything you need to do properly in the first hour, and then the rest of it is just kind of like walking around in a daze, because by then it's so crowded that you can't get near the stands. There's lots of pimply youths and huge overweight men trying to pretend they're small enough to sort of ride tiny bikes, and you're thinking, this ain't working, sunshine.
And what if you've been previous years, did you say? So what's different this year? Has it got busier this year? Because it was dying out a little bit, wasn't it?
Well, I think certainly some of the feedback I heard from the BSA guys was that seemed to be more people about, although kind of by the end of the day, by 4 o'clock, people were starting to drift away. I mean, bear in mind, we had that massive storm the day before, Claudia, and there was everywhere. It was still flooded in Birmingham. So there we go, yes.
And how did you find EICMA? Because you off air, we've just been talking that it's actually more there than what people think, or certainly what I thought. So could you explain what it's like there to us?
So I've been to Motorcycle Live a couple of times, and I've also been to the London show at the EXL. Now, discount the XL one because it was tiny. But from my memory of going to Birmingham and the NEC, looking at EICMA, EICMA has got about 5 or 6 holes. It's spread across 5 or 6 holes, and each one of them, or at least a couple of the bigger ones, are as big as the place where you have MCL. So
Right.
it's
Wow.
multiple times the size of MCL. Uh, and there's a lot more going on. I think did they have Andy? Did they have the sort of live event as well, like the races and the people doing stunts and stuff inside the show? They had
Um,
that in previous years where they had people doing races and had some of the famous races kind of doing or going around the track and or an obstacle course or stuff like that.
they had some of that at MCL, so people jumped, and that was what was causing a large amount of the noise because the tannoy system was just deafening, and unfortunately the BSA stand was at that end.
So at EICMA they also have that, but it's a complete area outside the show. So you take that stuff outside the show, and the halls are just filled with stand after stand after stand.
All right.
Some of them absolutely massive. Yeah, it was a lot of people.
Hmm. Yeah. So, how much, without getting too personal, but how much would it cost? Cost wise, does it cost? Because I know it's a lot of money to go to Motorcycle Live. By the time you get your plane train tickets and this, that, and the other, and pay for beer and stuff. But Pete went last year, didn't he? Hippodromes. He said there wasn't a lot of difference in it to go into Milan.
I think a lot depends on what flights you take. So I think I paid slightly more expensive flight because I
Oh,
He's gone.
just getting into that. Then you disappeared. Okay, he's back in now. I just had
You
him.
can hear
Okay,
him.
carry on,
Yeah.
mate.
yeah. What where did I drop off?
You about the plane tickets.
So I paid slightly more for the plane tickets. I could have potentially got a lot cheaper. I think I paid. Let me remind myself here because I had that up because I knew you were going to ask.
That's
Um,
all right.
so I think I ended up paying a little bit more than Pete. Here we go. What's that time? No.
Just so the viewers know as well, listeners as well on the podcast, we are going to be talking about the bikes in a minute as well that you guys saw and what bikes you wanted to see while you were over there. Was he on the BSA stand this time, Andy?
Yeah. That's where I base myself because I can chuck my stuff down and go from there. But I mean, I didn't spend all that much time because apart from the new Thunderbolt, is all familiar stuff to me. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, that was my
Have you
main.
been tempted with a Bantam?
I think I'm waiting for the Bobber version, which I think should be out probably latter half of next year. I'm trying to squeeze info out of the guys. The hints are that it's definitely coming next year, but exactly when isn't specified. The Thunderbolt should be available mid year, so roughly June ish.
Yeah, because the Bantams are still a little bit slow getting out the gate at the moment, aren't they? There's still a lot
I
of
think
people waiting for them.
what's happened is that all the ones they had in the country. So basically, you're waiting for a container ship to arrive. That disgorges all the bikes. They go to the dealers, and of course, most of those were being pre-ordered anyway. So that lot was pretty much snapped up. Now they're waiting for the next ship to
Hmm.
come in, and that also includes things like some of the scramblers and so forth. So a lot of it is down to the timing of the ship. That's because I mean at the ABR they were going to show off the Bantams, but they couldn't because the ship hadn't arrived.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it is literally, and of course, all the problems in the Gulf and other places,
yeah, yeah,
do tend to make all that a little bit uncertain. So you don't
yeah.
really know what's completely happening at any one
It's a
time.
shame, really. No, I fully get the logistics in any business is an absolute blinking nightmare. It's always a real headache. But I guess for the people that have put down deposits and they said, oh, it's going to be September and they're still waiting, it is kind of, I mean, luckily it's this time of year. If it was the summertime, you'd be really quite annoyed, wouldn't you? But
Yeah,
yeah, no one knows. It's not BSA's fault, but it just be, I kind of sometimes wish they just get the bikes first and then start, then do the launch. But I know it doesn't work like that. It's not that easy, is it?
No, no. It's. I mean, you've got to. It's like surfing, I guess. You've got to hit the crest of the wave and surf it all the way down. But you miss it either way. Too early, too late. You get egg in your face.
Yeah, yeah,
You know.
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the situation is for all the other bikes that were launched at the show or at the EICMA, rather. Most of them, um,
Well, CF Moto, they're the same.
yeah,
They've been terrible for getting some of the MT450s and that. Promising month after month, and people still waiting after 9 months and taking their deposit back. So it's not
yeah,
just, it's all, many companies are doing the same thing.
yeah. Well, they're probably all in the same flipping boat,
Yeah.
ultimately.
Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. Have you found it, Noob?
So so my flights were like £110 for 2 flights, all in,
It's
and
not bad.
yeah, and I spent 2 nights there as well, so 3 days in total because I went early in the morning on a Thursday, straight to the show, 2 days of the show, then I took a half day off, visited a little bit of Milan, went back to the show for the afternoon on the Saturday, and then took an evening flight back home. The accommodation was expensive. It was like a 90 quid a night.
Because you chose for the posh
I didn't
stuff,
choose
or?
anything posh. I got basically like a studio flat where which just had a bed, a bathroom, and a kitchen. Um,
It wasn't a penthouse, because I know what you like, Noob.
no, it definitely wasn't a penthouse, mate. It was very
Yeah.
down to earth, in middle of town, two train stops away. I know that Hippodrone's stayed about a mile away. He walked from his hotel to the thing. I had to take a train, a fairly crowded train actually. Yeah, so it wasn't it wasn't that much. I don't know how much train prices were for Andy.
So, yeah, how much was it, Andy, for you to get up there? Did you drive, or?
I drove, and this time what I did was, well, a bit of a long story with the accommodation, but with the driving bit, because I'm driving an electric car, I went and also booked premium parking, which included a spot at a charging bay. So I just was
All
able
right.
to go in, plug the car in, still pay for your electricity, but leave it there all day charging. Car park was pretty uncrowded. I didn't have to worry about all sorts of other things. And then I went and got a very expensive coffee because there's Starbucks right next to it. So I suppose
Right.
they obviously think that we electric car drivers can afford, you know, stupidly expensive coffee. But yeah, that
Without
went quite well.
without going into what car you've got, I mean, what I guess that must have been living on the edge getting up there, wasn't it? From where you down in Cornwall?
No, it's a well trodden path because we go up to Peterborough in the same car, and we've got
Uh,
this program. And because we being aged folk, the bladders don't last as long as the charge in the car. So for the
yeah, we've
time that
done great so far.
yeah, but no, I've just wet myself. No,
Okay.
no. By the time the car needs a charge, we need to stop and either have something to eat or a coffee or something like that. So it's usually charge up at Exeter services, then Gloucester, and in this case, Birmingham was dead easy because it's only about 50 miles from Gloucester, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, no problem at all. Same turnaround time, and my car is an absolute pleasure to drive in comparison with most cars. Dead silent. It's very fast if you want it
Mm.
to be, but I don't
Cruise
drive.
control as well, no doubt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adaptive cruise control, so it virtually drives
Oh,
itself.
right. Oh, excellent.
So yeah, all the bells and whistles, very comfortable, very quiet, very fast, and just easy to. So that was no trouble. The accommodation, there was a different matter, very much so. So I got myself a cheap B&B 2 nights, very close to the NEC, just near Birmingham Airport. And I thought,
Hmm.
well, it was a bit cheap and nasty. I'm sure it'll be all right. Got there, it was a dive. It was really bad. It was
Oh,
an awful
no.
place. It was just about got the basics, locking
Hmm.
the door. But I'm not kidding you. It was a really rough area of Birmingham, and Birmingham can sport some really really rough areas, as you probably know. It was like in the evening, I went to the local Lidl's just across the road, got myself some cider, drink in my room. there was a bloke in there with his kind of family, I think family, in inverted commas, and he started like threatening me. You look at my daughter.
Right.
Well, yeah, I was looking at his daughter because she wasn't wearing enough clothes. Wasn't properly dressed, wasn't properly, and she was 10 or 11, not properly dressed for a storm because it's in the middle of storm Claudia, hammering down with rain, wearing just a skinny top, trousers that are way too long for her, no shoes. Yeah,
Yeah.
and there was somebody crashed into the central railings just opposite, police car,
Yeah. Yeah.
shithole.
You're not.
So what I did for the second night after coming out the NEC, I booked myself a different B&B in Droitwich, and that was not too bad. There was a wedding going on, which was a bit bonkers, but way better. And I found myself a nice little pub. Oh, and the B&B was a hotel, and they had a built-in curry restaurant.
All
Absolute,
right.
absolute
Excellent.
result. Really good curry.
Yeah.
So can't complain. Second night worked out really well. First night was shite.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Not good.
can't be stronger
Um.
on this, can I? Because we'll get banned.
So when you went up there, I mean, I've got a list of bikes that was up there. What bikes were you both looking forward to seeing? Anything in particular?
I wanted to say the KLE 500 from Kawasaki, and I also wanted to see the Z 1100 because I'm bringing that
Yeah.
back.
That was a good video that you done, by the way. With that, that was a good highlighting that. I think that's one of the first out. So yeah, very
Yeah,
interesting.
I like that. I think the KLE was interesting. There's a lot of bikes. I think I told you before. I think for me the biggest thing that I saw was that there are a lot of bikes in that little segment, the sort of
Mm,
400 to 500 middleweight or small capacity adventure bikes. Everybody and their uncle was launching a bike in that segment.
hmm
Kawasaki were, a lot of the Indian and Chinese brands were ZX Moto, QJ Moto, Morini, Morbidelli, Hero, TVS. Everybody was launching a bike in that segment.
hmm
There's a lot of competition coming in there. Oh, he's moved to the beach.
And I
Yeah.
think it's
Yeah.
important to mention as well that when you go to EICMA, they're going to get a lot of more bikes over there that we're not going to get over here. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, and a lot of the times I was asking, is this going to be available in the UK? When is this going to be available in the UK? And
Mm,
that plan was always we're going to launch it in Europe first.
hmm
I think they're seeing that as a bigger market, especially the Chinese,
mm,
and then we'll see what comes over to the UK. Because I
yes.
think the markets there are different. That there is a lot more diverse. I think the European countries in general are a lot more welcoming of bikes and scooters, and they get a lot more use by young people.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot more different models that they can sell. So all
Yes.
of them had stands with a massive variety, starting from scooters, you know, and then going all the way up to the bigger bikes. So I think they're seeing that as the more attractive market where they can set things up and then bring it over.
Yes, I mean, you saying about Motor Morini, I did quite a bit with them a couple of years ago now, but the bikes were brilliant, but they just had no substance over here, no foundation. I mean, it's basically one bloke. He was the logistics manager, the rep, and delivering all the bikes. And people were putting in orders, and they're just not even being fulfilled, or it just seems a bit of a mess all that, really. But I guess
Yeah, a few years ago, obviously there was an awful lot of problem with supply chains and all that. I think uh, even Royal Enfield struggled for a while because they were coming through GB Moto.
mm,
Now they've taken it in house. Um, I think
yeah,
that's the biggest challenge with getting into a market. The bikes all look nice. They seemed really well spec'd. They seem really well built. Obviously, you can't judge until you've actually had it on the road and used it in the UK.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I think that's always the biggest challenge is getting that network of support so people can resolve issues because issues are going to occur, right? You're
yeah,
going to get recalls. You're going to get things go wrong,
yeah,
and it's usually how do you resolve those problems that sets a brand up for good reputation.
yes,
Um, and yeah, I think people don't know how to do that, or they don't have it's a kind of a chicken and egg because you could spend a lot of money getting into setting up a distribution network and all that kind of stuff, and then if you don't do well, you're screwed. Or you can try to go
Yeah,
for somebody who already has a distribution chain. You can try to go for somebody like GB Moto, and then hope that
KTM.
they do a good job and
Mm.
solve the things for you when they do occur. But it's a bit of a chicken and egg. So how do you get launched?
Yeah, I mean,
Once
from
they
my
figure that out, yeah, I think it's going to be cool.
yeah, I just find that there's a bit of a lazy attitude to what happens. I mean, I'm going to use CF Moto as a perfect example, really. I mean, the bikes are pretty
Sorry,
good, you
Steve.
know. Like
Both Todge and Andy are saying that your mic is quite quiet.
oh,
You're
really?
coming.
Thank you for
Yeah.
saying. Lovely. Is that better? Just let me know if I need to be closer or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'll
With that
do
microphone, I
that.
think you need to hold it like this and hold it very close to your mouth.
Yes, yeah, it's a bloody great mic, so it shouldn't be that quiet. Let me know in the comments if it's any better. But yeah, obviously I made a few issues on. Yeah, oh, it's good. Thanks everyone. Yeah, it does need to be really close this mic. But yeah, you know, some of the bikes which you know I've got had a bit of pushback from, and like the CF 450, for example. They launched them in a high spec, and there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement about them, but then they just never seem to materialize. I haven't seen one, you know, going around out in the wild on CF Motor side of things, but
Well, I
I
think
think
that
it just seems to be a
when they
lazy
also
attitude to it.
for a while in bed with KTM, so they were
KTM,
using the same dealership network as KTM, and that's not great.
No,
no,
So I think again, you if you're not going to set it up yourself, you're going to have to go in partnership with someone, and then you hope that the one you're going into partnership with is doing a good job. And
yeah,
they went with KTM. They said, "Yeah, great, KTM have a presence," and then
mm.
KTM happened. So so I don't think
Yeah,
that
and
helped.
then and funny enough, they weren't very accessible either when they were with Quadzilla, and now they've gone back to Quadzilla. So, you know, I mean, it just doesn't seem to happen, you know. So anyway, that's one of them.
As an
So
opportunity there, Steve, you could start a new career, start a business doing motorcycle distribution. You could
thinking
sort
of
all
doing
that
that.
problems out. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure I could sort everything out. World problems.
you've got a van.
Um, yeah, yeah, I have, yeah. So that's half the battle. That's more than what Motor Marini's have got. um,
yeah,
so let's
you just
talk
hire
about
a little boat and pack them all in that and bring them over from
yeah,
Java. You know, stick them
yeah,
in
yeah.
with the immigrants, refugees in
Oh, we're not
a
going to. Yeah, well, there
Let's
you
not go there.
go. So, Royal Enfield Flying Flea. What did you guys think of that? I know there's no price for it yet or anything, is there? Or
it's a very elegant piece of kit. I've seen both versions, of course, and one is kind of more quote unquote trail orientated, having a chain and normal suspension. The other one's definitely more of a nod to the original because it's got the got a Springer front end and stuff. So it's you know it's a very skinny looking thing, I must admit. So I don't know how much
yeah,
power it
Hang
has.
on, it was electric as well.
It is electric,
It's
yeah.
electric, yes. Did they have AMCL? Did they have the kind of customized ones with the funny designs?
Of the Flying Flea.
Yes.
No, no.
They
I
had
think
a few really special kind of customized ones with special headlights and stuff. It was really funky
well,
at EICMA. So I've got to put a video out of that.
yeah,
Hello, Lily.
I must admit that the Royal
ah,
Enfield stand
shut up.
was absolutely chock a block with absolutely hideous colour variations. I mean, I, some of their some of them were a bit. Oh my goodness! It was like an 8-year-old's choice of colours.
Yeah,
Yeah, pink
yeah.
and purple.
They tend to do that though, don't they? They tend to try and make things stick out in your mind and get people talking like we are now about the
Oh,
hideous colours. I know what you mean with that.
right, a quick ticking off to Lily for watching Men in Black instead of we are Men in. Well, I'm a man in black anyway, and so is Noob. So 2
It's
out of
just
3.
me, I suppose. I let the
Yeah,
team down.
side down. Yeah.
Yeah. um. So Steve was saying, you guys seen anything on Bender? I still can't. I don't know why they call it that.
They're
Bender.
great
You see,
bikes. They look really well
they
made.
look great and they're comfortable, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. And some of them, I mean, they got ones. They had one which was looked very similar to the Chinchilla, which I think is the slightly more practical version, which was actually a 125, but it looked as though it could have been a 500. It was, quite a substantial
Yeah.
looking bike.
Yeah.
All
And again,
sorts.
they're Chinese, aren't they? I think they're
Yeah,
Chinese,
yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
Chinese.
Yeah.
I mean, but they've come on leaps and bounds, and quite a lot of the people I spoke to were saying we got to watch the Chinese because they really are, stealing a march on the Japanese and the European competition, and it's a bit like the sort of 60s when the Japs started taking over from the Brits all over again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is. But I mean, we've been saying that for 3 or 4 years since I've been doing it. Sort of 5 years now. We've been saying that, but still never much traction comes across with it. We were saying that about the Motor Marinis and the, I don't know, CF Motos years ago, and we're still waiting for that. They're coming, but they're and kind of not really from my experience. But yeah.
Well,
Anyway, yeah.
we've got pictures of looks like the knitting grandmas have been at that one.
Yeah, what's happened there?
Well, it's a flying flea, as I said, all customized. They've done a special mud guard and a special headlight. I thought that was really funky.
I don't think I'll be buying that. I don't think.
I don't think. I think sometimes. So Royal Enfield are quite big into their customization. They had a whole load of customized special builds at the bike shed show in London earlier this year, and they had a
Mhm.
couple of these over at EICMA. That's why I was asking if anybody had seen those. Because those look quite interesting.
Hmm. I've never seen a headlight with piles before.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going through. I'm not sure what's
No,
going to
no,
come
no.
up.
Please do. No, no.
Oh,
Take your
oh
time.
no.
Oh, hello.
Let's leave it
Hold on
there.
that one.
Um,
What was that? Was that a meteor then? A 650? Oh no, what's that classic
yeah,
650 there,
that's
isn't it?
yeah. I don't know what that. I'm not that much into my Royal Enfield models. So yeah, they had a few of these customized ones. So that's special
That's
paint
like a
job on that
shotgun,
one.
I think. That's a shotgun with the yeah.
Yeah, I asked this lady. She was quite into her bikes, and she said her favorite one was that Himalayan that's there on the right.
Oh right.
That's another one, another flying flea.
Flying fleet. Yeah, let's just hold it there a minute. Let's just have a quick look at that. So is it belt drive or is it hub drive motor?
No, they're either belt or chain depending on the model.
Oh right. Yeah.
The off-roady one was chain drive or
Mhm.
potentially chain drive. Remember, these are still concept bikes. You know,
Yeah. What do you guys think of that? Could you see yourself zipping around town on one of those or
well, yeah, it design-wise, there's been a bit of a shift, and I sort of noticed that throughout Motorcycle Live. For example, the Norton bikes that were on display, they'd done away with all those flashy graphics that the Japanese are so fond of. There's no
oh yeah.
ESXX RRRs, or you know, no motifs. It's just plain colours.
Hmm.
And I think that's also the case with some of the kind of electric bikes manufacturers around at the show. There was one that was a little bit more radical, even that they were kind of. And I didn't really think to get any pictures, but they're all like almost industrial chic, kind of almost glorifying in the sort of welded look, sort of metal
That's
and
that one you looked at, wasn't it, Noob? That electric one? What was they called? The purple one.
The Verge,
The Verge, yeah.
who's yellow.
Oh, was it? Okay.
yeah, I can see
It wasn't that one then.
spot on the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that would yeah, I mean that's the and the one that to be honest, what I'm really interested in is the Honda WN7,
Yes.
which is an electric bike, which is basically 50 kilowatts, which works out to about 50 horsepower, isn't it? I
No,
guess.
50 kilowatts is more than 50 horse. About 80 horsepower if it is 50 kilowatts. They got
Is
two
it?
different. They got two different battery sizes. I will be doing a video on or something will feature those because I think again that was the same kind of styling, a break with the current sort of very angular styling that we see from a lot of the Japanese
Yes.
manufacturers.
Yeah.
A very different design aesthetics. And once Honda are sort of on the game, it's kind of a real thing
Yeah.
because
Looks
if
around
they're
the
in,
corner.
then nobody's playing now.
They've made a couple already, though, haven't they? They've made a couple scooters
Yes, the
a couple
scooters were
years
there.
ago.
Yeah, yeah, they're sort of, and again, the aesthetic was similar. That kind of slightly Space 1999, if you're old enough to remember
Yeah,
that. That kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
sort of future shop vibe,
I
maybe.
quite like Honda's one. I think that looks pretty. It looks like a muscle bike, as
Yeah,
opposed to a little skinny electric bike that they're trying to shave off every kilogram. Um, Norton, thoughts on Norton, lads? Because I guess you've both seen them now, have you?
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
So we've got the Manx R, which is a 1200cc V4,
200 brake horsepower.
206. Yeah,
Yeah,
carbon wheels and semi-active suspension. Quite blinged up, isn't it? Silly money though, aren't they? They're like 40
it's
grand, some of them, aren't
yeah,
they?
I mean, they do smaller bikes which have a similar kind of design vibe about them.
I think that's the Atlas and the Atlas GT, isn't it? According to my notes.
Yes, yeah. There's a 600cc or something like that. I've got some stuff on them, so they will come out eventually. And there's, again, as I said, the design aesthetic was different. There was less of the confusing graphics and the writing and the air scoops and and none of the wings.
Oh yeah, yeah. Did you see them, Noob, as well? To say, is that the bike that you like? Is it, or
Which one?
the Nortons?
I thought a lot of people didn't like the look of the Nortons because it looked very plain. I thought they were really going for different aesthetics. I think, as Andy was saying, I think that looked nice. It's different. It's kind of very elegant, understated. I liked it, but again,
Mm.
it's every time there's a new bike comes out, people first impression people are very conservative. They don't like any change, right?
Mm.
So when the new GS came out, everybody said it was ugly. Now everybody's kind of getting used to them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, very true.
I think the Norton it just looks different. It's a break from the norm, and people are saying, "Whoa, why is that so different?" I think I quite liked it.
Okay, but again, for it to launch at this time, it's a lot of money, isn't it? So it's going to be quite niche. If you're looking at 40 grand a bike.
Yeah. Let me
What
see
else
if I
have we
can
had? So we had done
find.
the
Don't share my screen. Let me see if I can find anything else. Oh, no, there's that one. Yeah, carry on.
That's all right. No, we'll jump in now. Do I make that bigger or do you? No, I do it. There you go. Right, what have we got here then?
That's
Oh,
just
that is a
another.
Norton.
That's just another Norton. A silver one rather than the black. I think that's the Manx.
Oh yeah, yeah. So
They
I
really had
mean,
they really
it's
had the
kind of a
Manx
nice looking bike,
and
but
the Atlas. They had the Atlas, which is a parallel twin, and the Manx, which is an inline four. Is it? No, it's a V4. Sorry.
yeah, V4 1200cc.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite high spec. Yeah. So these are kind of these look like proper racing machines, don't they, for tracks? I
Yeah.
wonder what they'd be like riding around town. That's the next question.
Well, no,
But
nobody's going to buy one to ride around town, are they?
Exactly. No, they're not.
These are sort of
no.
status symbols. Look at the size of my Norton. You know.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
if you notice here, sorry, just talk about Norton, but kind of in a tangential way. So this is the Norton stand. Look at what's on the background. TVS.
Oh right, yeah.
The people who actually own Norton, and they had a massive stand, and I think they are looking to come into Europe under their own brand as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So once again, it's like a marketing exercise. If you like, Europe, Britain are the kind of shop window for people to promote their brands, like BSA, pretending to be British, and other manufacturers. Look at us, but the real markets, as Noob said earlier, are elsewhere in the world. They're in China, they're in India,
I agree.
Far East, they're in parts of Europe, but America, of course. But basically, we're
We're
a tiny section, really, aren't we? We're just
Look,
like 5%
look at the
of
number of
the
new bike
market.
registrations. It's tiny and it's declining.
Yeah, we're about 120,000 a year, I think. In India and in China, it's about 1.5 million per year.
Yeah, it's
And
quite a difference, isn't it?
India's similar. Even the Philippines, it's 250,000, I think. So it's big money around the world. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice looking bikes, I think, the Nortons, though. And I think it's a bold move to try something different. Because if you compare those to KTMs are looking weirder and weirder and weirder. I was having a look at the 1290 and I thought, where's the front end? And I realised I was looking at it. It looked like a women's bits, if you see what I mean. Can't say anything
Yeah.
more than that, can I?
No, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. BMW 450. Did you guys see that? Because I'm quite. That does look a nice bike. And again, it's in that segment again, isn't it? We were talking about popular segment.
It is.
450, 500.
Sort of fairly reasonably priced for a BMW, although of course by the time you spec any accessories, it will double in price, which is what BMW seem to do with their
Yeah.
price list.
For those who don't know, it's a BMW F450 GS. It's a parallel twin, isn't it? 420cc,
Yes.
which is it's quite interesting that for a 420cc being a parallel twin. Yeah, so they're getting rid of the 310, I think, aren't they? BMW 310, and this is kind of replacing it, really. But yeah, it should be an interesting one now. I look forward to riding that one at some point. What else have we got? Benelli as well, 602X, which is replacing the 502. Can you guys hear me all right now, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, that's
well,
good. That's good. Good news. Good news. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it, really, isn't it, for EICMA, really? So it looks like we're getting a more electric. Electric is starting to kick in a bit, isn't it, now? A little
percolate
bit
through,
more.
yeah.
It's a long way to go, but long way to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think electric on bikes at the moment it makes sense for urban mobility. I don't think these big expensive bikes that have there's just not the right format for these unless battery densities get a lot better. A lot, there's massive
Yeah.
improvement in battery power density, which that could be in the next few years with solid state batteries and stuff. I just don't think.
It's
I
still
had
not there, is it? It's still not been a big jump yet, is there?
it's not they're heavy, etc. And you can have a little bit of fun, and you can look at some of these bikes. And I've had my go with a electric scooter when I was going into town, and I'm hoping to have a little bit of fun with that Verge. But that
Oh, yeah.
that bike's like 40 grand
Mm.
for a bike that does like 350 kilometers of range. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, just not there really.
No. I know Zero have moved out of Silicon Valley now, haven't they? They were, I think it was in San Francisco, the main headquarters, and they had a place in Silicon Valley. And then now they've moved to, where's Itchy Boots from?
Netherlands.
Netherlands, yeah. Which they always had a big place over there anyway, but it looks like they've moved there permanently now. But they've gone a little bit quiet now, so it's difficult times, isn't it? At the end of the day, for the industry, so everybody's just doing what they can, I guess. Livewire. Did any of you two see the new Livewire
I
brand?
I didn't see Livewire. I mean, I must admit, I was kind of looking out for them, but I could have missed them. I mean, these shows are confusing places.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went past the live wire stand. I wasn't interested. And I would just walk straight by.
Well,
Oh, really?
There was just too
Right.
much to see at EICMA. It was just nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Fair
have
enough.
ridden the Livewire S2 Alpinista, and it's the fastest thing I've ever been on by a very long way in terms of acceleration speed. It was just
Great fun, aren't they? I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
dangerously fast and far too fast for me. Basically, I'm quite happy with a bike that has 45 brake horsepower, and thank you very much. I get enough fun, and I keep my license, which we wouldn't last not with one of those. That would, I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't know where we're going with this, but I think things are going to shape up in the next few years. Things will become a bit clearer. In a few.
I do hope. I think I see a lot of movement again to smaller capacity bikes. The Honda GB350 hopefully will do well. Royal Enfield kind of started that trend, and they've got the smaller capacity bikes. And there were a lot of Chinese and Indian manufacturers bringing out smaller capacity ones. In fact, my favorite bike from the show, and the one that kind of stuck with me most, was that Morbidelli V-twin 125 with
That's good.
single
That.
side of swing arm. That was like somebody's actually thinking out of the box and doing something that's actually going to be very interesting to a lot of people and going to hopefully be affordable for young kids to get on their bikes and have something that actually looks good.
Yes, I totally agree.
Blake's
100%. Have
pipe
you got a
seems.
picture of that bike, Noob, that you can bring up?
Yes, I do. Let me bring it up.
Yeah.
Bear
Can I
with me.
just check while he does that? Blake's pipe seems to think I'm rich, and I'm really, really not rich.
Oh, he is rich. He's absolutely minted beyond imagination. Most people are down in Cornwall anyway, so.
Well, not like you Devonians. You guys are all
Skint. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
What do
we're
you
all
mean?
skint.
God.
Yeah.
Have you seen his mansion, his 40 bedroom, which he's just hoping to take over from ex Prince Andrew, isn't it? You go and live in the Royal Lodge.
I ain't going near that bloke, mate. Yeah. Exeter Towers, they call it, don't they?
Yeah,
Is my house. Yeah.
yeah, complete with a moat and a dungeon.
Yeah. Well, the dungeon, yeah, it's for special
And
occasions,
that's for Dave.
yeah, to Dave. Yeah, you got it.
I don't say anything more about that. That'll be on the subscription only channel, won't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's a different website altogether, that one.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Andy, what so let's have a quick brief for people who don't know you. Tell us what bike you've got.
BSA Gold Star, had since March last year. I've got about nearly 7,000 miles on it now. Perfectly happy with it. Yeah, it's had a few little bits and pieces happen, and my troubles with the dealer were basically the main problem. Which is sad, but ultimately it suits me very much. Whether I'll keep it forever is another matter. I mean, we all get a longing every now and then for another bike, so you never know.
Every day.
But I've not been tempted enough by anything else yet.
And future for your channel, what do you want your channel to be? Because you've done quite well now, haven't you? You're on 1,800 subscribers, are you?
Not quite now, but it's doing okay. But this year things have slowed down a bit growth wise, and I'm wondering which way to go, because you put a lot of effort into making a long form video, and it gets a few hundred views or something, and that's quite dispiriting. Whereas you can check out a short that it takes a couple of hours to do at most, maybe, and perhaps even less, and that's getting a couple of thousand views. That is a little bit, you're thinking, well, what do people want? It's very difficult to know what they actually want until you put out something they do want, and then they all watch it. But then I can't be putting out review videos every week because I just don't have the access to the bikes. I'd like to be on more manufacturers' press bike list, but it's quite difficult to get your foot in the door, really.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, mate. It is difficult, and I think you're right in saying that the viewing figures this year have definitely been down. I think everybody has found that. Have you found that, Noob, as well? Less people watching your videos?
Depends on the video. I think if I make crap videos, less people watch it. I think things like reviews they watch. A couple of the ones from the Ireland trip did quite well.
They were very good videos, though, weren't they? You put a lot of effort into them.
It depends on which one. Some of them did quite well. Some of them just completely bombed and didn't do very well.
You just never know, do you?
I haven't got a formula. Maybe that's the problem. You need to figure out what the formula is. Maybe it's like popular destinations is the right thing to do. And I think once you get a little bit of traction, then people start watching more and more. My video that did the best was just like ever is the one about the JAP factory. That's my best performing video.
That was interesting. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's good.
Right, excuse me, I've got to go for a wee.
No,
that's right. You were talking about that earlier, weren't we?
Yeah. It's true, unfortunately.
It's normally every 5 minutes. I think it's done quite well, really. Your I think that needs to be highlighted actually to everyone in the side chat. It was a video about the history of JAP, which was in London.
I'd heard about JAP, and I used to first read comments like in obscure. I didn't know what it was, and I saw Jap engines, and I thought, are they just being rude to the Japanese? And then I figured out it was J.A. Prestwich, and then I figured out that J.A. Prestwich had his factory was in Tottenham, which is not too far from where I live.
Right.
And I found where the factory used to be, and it's still a building there. It's obviously not the JP factory anymore because they shut down years ago. And I found a museum that had a whole load of archival material on that, and I just thought it was really interesting. It was a local industry thing here in London. They had done quite well. They were quite famous. They powered a lot of the motorcycle models that had gone in to do land speed records and stuff like that. They power cars. There's a whole load of like Morgans and stuff that had V twin engines in the front that they usually JP. I
Yeah.
thought it was quite interesting, and it's a bit of history that can get lost if people don't go and research and talk about it.
And luckily for you, everybody else found it interesting as well, didn't they?
Yeah, it's just
So,
one of those things. I never thought it was like, well, this could be a bit niche, and it was quite niche. And I didn't mark it as a cars and vehicles video. I marked it as an educational video, and that I'm not sure if that had any correlation with it doing quite well.
might do, might trigger something, mightn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that particular video was a classic case of with YouTubers that content is king, and I think that's what you got right with that. Was that the storytelling of it and the way that you worded it and everything else was spot on? Because
Can't please
funny enough,
everybody. I had a lot of people complaining about the music and this and that, or correcting me on things and
oh yeah,
telling
you
me
always get the
how rubbish it
twats,
was.
don't you, coming
But
in?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's always,
whatever.
yeah, but
Like,
they can take and leave it, can't they?
I'm not forcing you to watch it. You watch it if you want to.
Yeah. Funny enough, there was a company
Ooh, I
in
can see the chat
Exeter.
now.
Okay, oh well done.
Finally.
There's a company in Exeter called AJW, I think it was, and they made bikes. It was part of a big printing firm in Exeter, a well-known one, and they were linked to that, and they also had links with JAP as well. They kind of combined and worked together on things, and it's a video that I've always wanted to make, and I've kind of been up there to where the factory was, and you can see all the different things that used to go on there. And a block of flats there now, but I've never been able to get that time to be able to film it properly and get the information over. So it's on my list to do, but that I might have a bit more time for that soon anyway, with it being winter and things. So no, it's very good though. That video was very good. Well done, you. How many views has it got? 18,000 last time I looked. So
I'll have to go and check. I don't keep track, but yeah.
So yeah.
I've got a photo of the Morbidelli if you're interested.
Yes, please.
There you go. It's just there. You can share it.
Yeah, so I have to do that. Then I have to do that. Yeah, I mean, what more do you want in a 125?
Single-sided swing arm V-twin.
Great. I would have one of them, wouldn't you?
Radial brakes. I think Time to Go has got a 125. I think if they launched that, he'd change to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of the Chinese-made bikes, I think some of them are using that engine or a variation on that engine, and they, as I said, they all look very well finished. Nothing like the Chinese bikes of old. Have come on a huge amount in the last few years. So I think we're at that point where, if you're a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old, you're going to want one of those, especially if it's $2 or $3 grand cheaper than the equivalent Kawasaki or Honda or whatever. And that could be a good thing if it sparks the interest for the youngsters. And they're not going to be familiar with the dealer network, are they? They'll probably be happy, doing online buying sort of thing, which seems to be coming in now.
They go for the looks, don't they? More than anything, more than anyone else.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, the only thing that was different on the 125 market before this was the KTM one, but that was quite pricey. Either that, or you could start going the way of what was it that Curious Goose had?
Sinister Terrain.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was kind of different. A V-twin 125. I haven't seen that since the Varadero 125.
Yeah. I mean, some people make some good points there that I often echo as well. Is that with these bikes, the spare parts are normally
it's the dealer. It's going to be the dealer network and the support. That's the big thing. I keep saying it would be great if that was there, because then we would have more manufacturers. There would be more competition, and the prices will be better for everybody.
Yeah.
But we have now a general policy that people don't like motorbikes in this country. They're doing things to put them down and make them unaffordable and impractical
Yeah.
because they want us to pay for the parking. We go to Europe, you have free parking
Yes.
everywhere. You
Yes.
can park on the pavement. They put places for you to park because they know a young guy and girl riding around in a motorcycle is one less car on the road,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they can get around, they can do their things, and it helps with the general, economic activity. Over here, they just seem to think it's, unless you're delivering food or a coffee for somebody using one of these delivery bikes.
Yeah. There's no incentive, is there? There's no sort of. I remember years ago, early '90s, I suppose, when I started riding in 2004 on the road, but you used to look at a motorbike and think, well, that's a real dirt cheap way of getting around, and now it's just not like that anymore. Even a 125 now is what, 4.5 grand, and then you got the insurance, which is mega
Mm,
as well. It's
mm,
difficult. It's difficult to get on the road now, and it makes you wonder, what is the future? Is it just going to be for the over 35s only, or what? I mean, who
mm.
knows? I know my sons, certainly one of them wants to get a bike, and he probably will do one day. But yeah, it's hard to know where it's all going, really, isn't it? But it will find its way.
Yeah.
I think some people are asking about the women on the stands, Steve. Do you want me
Mm.
to? Do you want me
Yes,
to?
please.
Okay.
Yes, it's good. It could be good for views. This. So, can't I
Well,
make that any bigger then, or what? Oh, yeah. I mean, what are they sat? Oh, they're sat on a car. Yeah. Yeah, cracking. It's very.
oh,
It's a big distraction, isn't it?
well, they attract people to the stands.
Yes. Yes,
Some of them were
definitely.
looking quite bored. Some of them were, you know, they.
No comment.
It was weird. It was weird. Like there were, I honestly, I saw couples turn up, and the woman said to the men, "Go and take a picture with her," and was asking her, "Can my husband take a picture with you?"
Right. Yeah.
I thought, okay, that's interesting.
You haven't got that video
She
that
was
you
really
sent
into
me,
her
have you,
bike.
Noob?
She was very knowledgeable about the bikes. I was having a very technical conversation with this lady.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
like it.
yeah,
You ain't got that video that you sent me, have you? Are you happy to do that
I
one?
I do. I'm not sure if the sound's going to come out.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
good point.
but yeah, this lady was on the ultraviolet one. She was
Yeah.
giving beans on one of the electric ones. There were some weird ones. I'm trying to find. Yeah, this looked very weird. But this guy was coming and asking her,
I
"Can
quite
you
like
pose
it.
this way and can you pose that way?"
It's the sort of thing I'd say. I don't blame
Um,
him.
what else? What else?
I'd
Uh,
rather see that than the bikes. No, I didn't say that. I did. Oh, you saw Gregor as well, didn't you?
I saw Gregor was there and Pete. So Pete was
And
there.
Pete.
Gregor,
I tell you what, since Pete's had his heart attack, he looks about 10 years younger, doesn't he?
he's living a better life now, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
he doesn't in the flesh. I can tell you because he's quite pasty white.
No, come on.
Yeah, because he was.
Ito
Yeah,
Jad, I
look.
think had the better looking ones. That's Alfa Romeo.
We should
Where
say
can we find? Oh
any
yes,
any ladies watching currently will be showing the sort of half clothes
Oh, there you go.
shortly. Yes.
Okay, what you don't see, guys, is that it was a message to me
yeah.
from those young ladies. It's
Yeah, there was
brilliant,
a,
that name.
there was I just decided to jump on the bandwagon because a lot of the younger guys were going to the ladies on the stand and saying, "Can you record a message for my friend who couldn't be at the show?" So I said, "I'll do I'll do yeah." I stopped sharing now, Steve. You want to take it off?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, it's good, mate. It's good. It's good. It's good fun. That it's good. Good laugh that when you sent that through. Right. Okay. So I think
Hopefully,
we're
we'll
nearly.
entice you to come along next year. I'm already looking for flights for you.
Hmm.
You can fly from Manchester
Yeah.
Airport. You can fly fly from Exeter Airport. There you go.
What can
Yeah,
you
I
fly
quite
from
like.
Exeter? I could get to Exeter. What put me off was the thought of driving to London or getting a train to London, then getting a flight. That was
You can go if you go
Yeah.
to Exeter. I think you change. You do have to change flights, but you can fly Ryanair. I think you change flights at Alicante, and then go to Milan.
oh,
Yeah. Knowing me, I'll probably get off and think that's quite nice here. I think I might just spend a week here instead. Sleep at the airport. Yeah, no, it's good, lads. It's good. It's good to have your insight, really, because I've always been honest and said it never really interests me going to these big motorcycle things. It still doesn't now, really.
Would you call
I still,
ADR?
yeah, but that's
it's a
but that
3 day
that's.
pit up with motorcycles around.
Honestly, I turned up on a Friday morning, and people are already having beers. So if
But
you
you
want to get
can't
a piss
ride the bikes, though, can you?
up, I think there are. I'm not sure if it's maybe there's a different event where you can actually go out and try the bikes.
Hmm.
They definitely had, the Yamaha had one, but I think they were mainly aiming at getting women to ride and younger women to ride bikes.
All right.
No, yeah, I don't think you can. I don't think you can ride the bikes, but there's a lot more
No.
bikes.
Yeah, a lot more bikes, but what would I want to see? I'd want to see the new Honda, the electric one. I'd want to see the Flying Flea, I guess, but I can do that in, half an hour, and I'll be done. I expect
Mm,
that'll be me done. But I know
Well,
everyone's different, aren't they? But just for
well,
me,
it's kind of what I said at the outset, which is that for me, I got the kind of key things done in the first hour, and the
yeah,
rest was just kind of filling. But the trouble is, unless you actually meet people in person, you don't get that same level of engagement that you do just by chatting on WhatsApp or whatever social media you use.
mm,
You know, so it was just about worth it. But I think I have to have a concrete reason to go to these things. It's not just a case of, oh, let's look at all the nice bikes,
mm.
because actually you can't get a really good impression because there's always somebody else wanting to sit on it, just as you're trying to think whether is this really the bike for me. And
I'm impatient like that. I'll just think, oh, I can't be bothered with this. I'll go and look at someone else, or go and make a video at local museum. Oh, Noob, can I? Sorry, Andy, you finished what you're saying. Then I didn't mean to
no,
jump
it's
in.
fine.
You're done. Alfa Romeo Museum you went to as well, didn't you?
yeah, it's a brilliant, brilliant museum talking about all the history of Alfa Romeo and some absolutely brilliant, gorgeous cars in there.
Have you got a
Really
video
enjoyed
coming out of that?
it. At some point, yeah, at some point, I
Hmm.
think I think my time window for releasing videos from EICMA has probably come to an end because now it's going to be flooded with videos from Motorcycle Live.
Saturated.
So there's no, I hardly think there's any point now, and I haven't got the time anyway. All I could do was basically take the ones that I had done, like a single shot where I had interviewed somebody or quickly looked around something, put something together quickly during that week window. But I was having to do it like after work every day, spend a couple of hours putting a video together to release on the same day. And yeah,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I think
and, and
people
I've
stuck.
actually started releasing them to TikTok as well. So I put the same videos I put on YouTube on TikTok. They get a lot more views on TikTok.
Hmm.
Um,
It's just not this. For me, we're talking about the shorts and all. I just find them
no, but
soulless.
you don't have to do shorts. You can actually do longer format videos. You can do
Oh
whole
yeah, no, I understand,
longer.
but it still kind of falls into that sub niche, doesn't it? Of YouTube. Do you find it pays dividends doing shorts? The ones that you have done, have more people come on board? Do you reckon?
No, it's
That's
just
a
a case
question
of,
for
it's just
both
a
of you,
case
by
of
the way.
if you've got the right content, then I plan to do a series of contents with it, like I did a few years ago with the Christmas Advent, a
Oh
joke,
yeah,
a dad joke every day. So the Advent calendar should be making a comeback this year if I
yeah,
actually get out to film some of the jokes.
yeah, yeah. Excellent. Have you found much comes your way with shorts, Andy? Because you do a lot, don't you?
Well, I have been recently because they're quite easy to get out the door. But I'm in two minds as to whether they're sufficient to really. I mean, I see them as kind of filler content, and they kind of fill in the gaps between the long form content, which currently at the moment is taking a long time for me to do because I'm up to my neck in it with household redecoration and some other things going on behind the scenes I can't talk about really. So just getting any kind of video out is pretty hard work at the moment.
Yeah, it's always hard work, isn't it?
Lots to do, and not little humorous pieces like me trying to fit some adjustable levers to my BSA and probably making an unholy mess of it. But I think people like to see other people struggling, don't they? And my point is, if I do a maintenance video on something, it's proof that anybody can do it. If I could fit a headlamp bulb or change the levers, that means that you don't need to go to a garage and get them to fit it and charge you 50 quid an hour, 100 quid an hour. You can do it yourself with a modicum of patience, And
your wooden shed is still unlit so far, isn't it?
No, it's lit. It's got electricity in.
No. I'm on about you haven't set fire to your shed yet. So something's gone right.
No, I'm. So that sort of thing is quite enjoyable to put together because it can be humorous and fun, really. But I think there's some things that you put a lot of effort into and nobody watches because it's like, well, nobody watches you doing a riding around video. Very rarely, anyway. There's got to be a point.
The maintenance ones are evergreen content.
You've got to do what you like doing because this ain't going to pay the bills. This ain't going to pay the bills, so you might as well do what you like, and and over time. Maybe it will build up, but don't do it. Don't do it for the money. I enjoy doing the island ones. They don't earn anything. Do what you enjoy, and if you enjoy doing a short, silly one, then do it. I enjoy, because it annoys my kids because I've been trying the dad jokes on them.
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right there. You've got to do what you enjoy. I mean, obviously. My channel's doing all right, but then I'm still not paying the bills, so and with all that I put into it. So yeah, you just got to enjoy it, haven't you? It doesn't sub count just doesn't mean anything.
No.
I'm glad I am where I am now because I just don't think about it really. I just every now and then.
Well, I'm getting 20 quid a month. That's not going to buy an awful lot of pints in London. So
it'll pay for me and Andy, so wouldn't it?
It only buy about. There's just less than 4 coffees in Birmingham, Andy.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Right. So in this one, we've talked about the Norton Manx. There's the Manx R, a Manx. Oh no, that's the other one.
No, that's something
Atlas,
else.
Atlas GT.
What?
Nearly went into Scouse there for a minute there.
I know. Yeah, I got confused. Yeah. We talked about the Flying Flea as well, the S6, Royal Enfield Classic 650, 125th anniversary edition. It's a paint job, isn't it? I'm sure it looked very nice. They make nice bikes, don't they? The Honda WN7, which I'm really interested in. BMW 450 GS. Yeah, it's pretty much it.
I tell you what we didn't talk about. The Suzuki SV7 GX.
Let's do it. Well, I don't know anything about it. Tell us.
So basically, it's an SV in kind of tall round clothing. I'll put it up.
Have you got a picture of you?
Yeah. I'm just working on it. Go on. Oh, hold on.
Come on, hurry up! For God's sake, can't be all night.
Calm down.
He's still in Scouse. Calm down.
That looks nice. How do I make it?
So they got rid of the V-Strom. The V-Strom isn't the V anymore. It's a parallel twin, and they brought back the SV engine, the 750, in this tall rounder. So they've got the whatever 1000 GX, and then they got this one, a 750 tall rounder V twin.
I like it a lot. That's basically taking on. Well, what's that taking on? I was going to say it's basically like a road version of the Strom, isn't it?
It's Tracer 7, I think. Tracer 7, Triumph, what is it called?
Tiger Sport
800. That kind of thing.
And the 660, yeah. That's quite nice. I quite like that.
Touareg, maybe. But
Yeah.
I must admit, I'm completely unmoved. It looks the same as all the other bikes of that ilk. Yeah, I can't see any real features that shout out to me that it's something different or new. It's just another variation on the theme.
Well,
yeah,
visually,
it will
yeah.
be about price reliability and Suzuki build, isn't it? It's not really a looker as far as I'm concerned, but it will do a job. It will be lighter, more frugal, and
And let's
maybe
remember it's a
cheaper.
V-twin, so it's going
Yeah,
to sound good and
yeah.
pull well. Although it won't have longer legs like the parallel twins, it will pull in a different way. Yeah, no, I can see it, and it should be a good price known Suzuki.
Um,
So
yeah. This is the Honda you wanted to see, right?
oh yeah. See,
Yeah.
I quite like that. I don't know. I suppose it's a little bit clumpy, but yeah, I do quite like that.
And
And knowing Honda, they'll pull it out the bag, won't they?
can I say that's not a particularly brilliant picture of it? I've got some better pictures, which I took with my camera and flash as well. So I'll be putting them up in due course.
It's easy for you to
Um,
say, isn't it?
will
Go
it?
on, then. You rubbishing
Yeah,
my
go
picture.
on then, Andy. Come
Well,
on.
I can't put them out because they're on my other computer. But I spent quite a bit of
Oh, you're on the computer. Okay.
What's
getting
that?
getting pictures,
That's
and
the Honda V3.
Oh, what's I've heard about this. I don't know anything
see
about
that.
it. So it's a hybrid of some sort, isn't it?
No, it's a V3. So it's got a V engine, two cylinders in the front, one at the back.
But it's got some sort of compressor, isn't it? Or am I thinking of something else?
I think you're thinking of something
Compressor
else.
to shove air in or something? I
No,
don't know.
thinking
Don't
of
know
something
anything about that.
No.
Really?
I'll shut up.
What else we got? MV Agusta had a flat five, not
All
flat
right.
five, square five.
Oops. Sorry. Right. Yeah. Never see much of them though over here, do we? And when we do, it's a lot of money. But
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's the new one. So it's got three in the front, two in the back, but they are square. It's not a V.
Oh yes, yeah. Who else done that? Somebody else made a square cylinder bike, didn't they?
No.
Oh,
So it's a square engine. The cylinders are round. I think you're thinking of Honda. They had oval ones back in the day.
Oh, that was the NR 500. That was.
was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's very good.
yeah.
Anything else, Noob?
Loads, mate. It's just nuts, crazy.
Yeah.
Some of you might enjoy. I thought it'd be equal opportunities and give the male models some time as well.
Yeah. We're not so
I'm not.
interested,
I'm not.
although Lily's here, so
I'm not. You know. I'm not. No discrimination from my side. CB1000 GT. People are interested in. I think it looks like a fantastic package. Don't. I'm not sure I like the looks, but you know, it should bring some competition. It looks very.
So that's gonna have the Fireblade engine, obviously, isn't it? The
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it should move. That's great. Thanks very much for those photos, Noob. That's really handy. That because although you sent them to me, I couldn't get it to work. So,
Yeah.
is there anything? Oh, what's that we've
I
got
like
now?
that. It's a Italjet scooters. So
Oh,
some
It's a
fantastic
bit
ones.
too loud
We
there for me.
need to get these ones in the UK. Jesus Christ! Look,
Yeah, I don't know.
hub center steering. They look mad.
Yeah, I think yeah, no, it's not for me. That no, it's a bit OTT. Yeah, no.
Anyway, there's just so much going on at there. It's definitely worth.
It's impressive, mate. Yeah, no, thanks very much for showing us the things. Anything else you want to bring up, Andy? Anything you plug your own channel? Go for it.
no, I don't think there's anything else. But I'll be putting up a few more videos from Motorcycle Live, but they probably just be shorts. And then what I'll do is I'll sort of do I did like a quick walk round just with the camera on my chest, and then I'll just splice in some bits and pieces from there. But as Noob said, after the week is over, nobody will be paying any interest. So I'll just get out what I can. And there's loads of other stuff coming. I'll be fitting those adjustable levers to my BSA. What could possibly go wrong?
Quite a lot.
Well, lots, of course. And I'm still struggling with headlight bulbs. because the LED one I fitted was no better than the ordinary one. So I've got some different ones to try. I've got still got a ride out video from the Wild Southwest Rally, which has got these cartoon Western characters in, which I'm hoping to have a bit of fun with. I've still got a Martin Jennings run video. I've got various things in the pipeline. I'm just struggling to get stuff out at the moment. It's
At least you got on the live anyway. You've been wanting to come on for a while, haven't you?
Oh yes, I know. I've displaced ER. What have you done with him? What have you done with the other ER?
He's still around. Don't you worry about that. We'll be starting the lives up again soon. Noob,
Oh,
you got anything you want to add? Plug your channel or anything you want to say?
Yeah, loads of videos have gone out for the stuff I saw at EICMA. I'm hoping to do some more. I'm struggling to find time to edit new content, so
Yeah, I know that
it
feeling.
just is what it is. So yeah, this weekend was a wash. I thought I was going to do, but I had to do a load of paperwork and take my daughter to uni open day. So that was the weekend gone.
All right.
So yeah.
Congrats, mate. All the best to her on that one as well.
Yeah, it was to be a couple of years. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Life is good. It's just busy. Better than the alternative.
Yeah. And it's horrible when they start leaving the nest as well. And I've got my eldest.
No, I can't wait for them to start leaving the nest, mate. They're all still around.
Yeah, you wait, mate. You'll be blubbing. You'll be in bits. Thanks very much to Dewey Rides, Aztec Biker, Blake's Pipes, German Jobbies, the Military Biker. Great to come in. Oh, he's a Scouser. Yeah, I hope you like my Scouser accent. I'm sure it was absolutely spot on. Who else have we got?
We should do the whole next one in entirely in Scouse. I think that would be
that wouldn't get us beaten up at all, would it?
No.
Andy GSA Tractor, Lily, Rev Bomb, he's gone now. Steve Sane. JJ. Hello, JJ. Trying to. Oh, get on, mate. So that's a friend of mine. Who else have we got? Yeah, everyone that's come along. It's been a good show. It's been great hearing from these guys. Wallace World as well. He does a lot of shorts, actually. Monkeywood Garage, mustn't forget him as well. Brilliant, lads. Thanks so much for sharing your insight into the shows, because we've had one from Motorcycle Live, and obviously Noob went over to
Italy.
EICMA.
Italy. EICMA, that's the one. EICMA, that's the one I'm looking for. And it's been really good. I've really enjoyed your insight. Does it make me want to go? Not really. If I could port myself over there, then I probably would go. But I don't think. I think I'll just hold off. Certainly this time. But who knows? Might enjoy it, mightn't I? If I went over there, never know.
I go to MCL if I got one of the free tickets that I signed up on Instagram for, about a dozen of them, but none has come through. So.
Oh, that's their loss, mate, isn't it? Because you could have been making videos for them there and helping them out a bit. But
how much for tickets for MCL, Andy?
I think it depends when you register, because if you buy them in advance, they're cheaper. But I can't remember how much they were.
I think it's about £35, isn't it?
I think if you pay the full price, yeah, and don't forget the parking can be expensive if you buy it on the day. It's like £18.95, but I paid, I think, £14, but that also got me access to the electric parking zone, which was uncrowded, and it was definitely worth that. I think, even though the coffee was extraordinarily expensive.
The coffee is better and cheaper in Milan. And by the way, Steve, if you don't go, you're going to make some ladies very disappointed now. You know how they want to see you next year.
Oh, yeah, he's got his fan club now. Yeah,
you can't be everywhere. I'm getting calls from all over the world, and I just can't do everything.
Yeah,
that's all they're just waiting for you, mate. So
Yeah, well, you can understand why, can't you? You've met me in real life. You know what a beautiful sight it is, so you can understand. But thank you so much, both of you. No doubt we'll be seeing you in the future on the show at some point. Everybody that's listening in the podcast as well, I need to mention you. Thanks so much for listening to this. This is all about EICMA and Motorcycle Live 2025 with my good friends Noobiker and Cornish Motorcycle Diaries.
And for all of those on the podcast, I hope you really enjoyed the pictures.
It
Oh
was
yes, yeah.
it was a pleasure, Steve, and great to meet up with you again, Noob. So hopefully we can do something similar at some time fairly soon. But if not, we just keep watching each other's videos and putting slagging off comments in the comment section.
One thing I need to mention as well, if you could go over now to Toch29 and Time to Go, and also because they've got a live going on at the moment, and Really Good TV has got one going on at the moment as well, so you can always switch over to there. But thanks so much,
My
everyone.
wife wants to do
In the
movie
side
night.
chat.
I'm up to that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, thanks
Cheers.
so very much, everyone. Cheerio.
Cheers. Bye now.